new me. My next guest is a middle-aged spinster with 3 cats who looks forward to the time when she is referred to as the little old lady on the hill by locals who know her as the person to ask about any health issue. If she can't help, she'll know who can. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Sophia Cull. Welcome, Sophia.
Hello.
Your 9 questions start now. Let's start with a quick bio of your life to date. Okay, so I've passed my half century and heading towards the 100 mark. I grew up in the 70s and 80s in Jakarta, Broadmeadows. I'm a Broadie girl. I now live in Craigieburn and above my clinic with my 3 cats. After secondary school, I went to Warrnambool Institute of Advanced Education, undertook a Bachelor of Social Science with majors in Psychology and Sociology. And in the 90s, I undertook a graduate diploma in Health Education and Health Promotion. Then I studied massage and a few business training and frontline management and assessment and workplace training courses around the turn of the centuries. I've dabbled in all sorts of different courses that I haven't quite completed, but were great to dabble in. I'm a marriage celebrant, though I'm not practicing as a marriage celebrant at the moment, but as a life celebrant I am. And I studied Ayurveda the last, about 5 years ago, a 3-year course in an advanced diploma in Ayurveda. I've run my business for nearly 21 years come this January. I think that pretty much sums me up as a volunteer at St John Ambulance for 25 years, quarter of my century, half of my life, yeah. And can you tell us what sort of jobs did you have prior to starting your own business? Prior to starting my own business, all sorts of things. I delivered newspaper as a kid in the early 80s. My first real job, which was part-time when I graduated from my bachelor degree. I was a market research interviewer, and I'd go door to door doing surveys on various things from Mitsubishi Pajeros to what brand of cigarettes do you smoke, to shampoos and conditioners. But I also did the television and radio ratings that were in a book before digital, and people would mark in a book what television or radio they were listening to, and I'd collect those books 2 weeks later, and that would become part of the ratings. I then went on, I had a number of part-time casual jobs at the same time for about 6 years. So there was the market research interview. I was a photographer of real estate, taking photographs of real estate, the black and white photos the boss would sketch, because again, before digital cameras, and the colour ones went in the windows of the real estate agents. I was personal care attendant, showering and dressing, helping people with the showering and dressing. And I was also a note taker at university for a guy doing a town planning degree, so I've nearly got a degree in town planning myself. And I was a reader from when doing a PhD in biomechanics. I taught first aid for St John Ambulance for 10 years and followed that up with the ambulance service for 5 years. I was an occupational therapy assistant in a rehabilitation hospital in the mid-90s. That was actually my first full-time job. And I think that pretty much sums it up, yeah. Wow, that's fascinating. Okay, so let's come back to the present time. How has COVID-19 pandemic and its government-mandated restrictions affected your business? Okay, so COVID-19 has completely changed my business. To start with, by the time I get to reopen, which I'm hoping will be November, I'll potentially have been closed 20 weeks of the 52 weeks in the year. So that's a big thing. Secondly, I had 2 clinics. The last 5 years I've been running 2 clinics, but I've had to close one of them, the Marathon Boulevard Clinic, so it's just this one here. And the other thing is that it is no longer a multidisciplinary medical centre. So most of the 20 years I've been supporting other health professionals. 40 health professionals have come through my doors to dabble in whether business is for them or not. And most of them have been startups. Some have been expanding their business. And now it's me. It's down to me and my services as an Ayurvedic practitioner and massage therapist. So when you do reopen, how has your business changed? So when I reopen in November, I'll start with just, well, as I said, just me and the services I offer. And there are 9 different types of areas, you could say, in my massage and Ayurvedic practitioner abilities, skills that I can support people with. For our viewers at home who have not accessed your services before, can you tell us briefly about the services you offer? Yeah, sure. So I like to categorise things into nine segments. If we start with the Ayurvedic practitioner, that's a good place to start because that's an overall health consultation. Like you might see a naturopath or a Chinese medicine practitioner, you could see an Ayurvedic practitioner. And I would look at your eyes for iridology, your tongue for your organ health, your pulse. There's a whole range, questionnaires, talk about your lifestyle, record of what you've been eating the last couple of weeks. So we get a real overall picture of your health. And then from there we can look at what your needs are from diet, lifestyle, herbal remedies and remedial treatments. So we can work on from there and devise a plan for you. From the massage perspective, so deep tissue Swedish relaxation type massage, pregnancy massage, postpartum care massage, Ayurvedic massage, and a basti treatment, which is an Ayurvedic treatment. We use dough as a little swimming pool and we place warmed oil into the dough, and then we massage and steam after that. So that's great for knees, shoulders, neck, mid-back, lower back. That's an excellent treatment. And then there are 3 other treatments. Shirodhara is oil on the forehead, which is great for insomnia, stress, anxiety. It's a very tune-out type of treatment. Nasya for nose, sinuses, hay fever, hormone balancing, and Netrabasti for eyes. We use medicated ghee. And tell us about the doula services. What's a doula? Doula. So a doula is a woman who supports another woman. Mostly people would know it as a birth doula or a postpartum care doula. My interest is the postpartum care doula. I don't think our mamas get enough support in the first 6 weeks after childbirth. And according to Ayurveda, the first 42 days following childbirth can affect the 42 years that follow. So I'm very interested in supporting mamas post-childbirth. But I also work as an elder doula. So I recently had a client whose hip replacement was cancelled, surgery was cancelled because of COVID-19. She was in a nursing home in preparation for 6 weeks for this surgery because she wasn't able to walk around anymore. COVID-19 was going through a nursing home, so they discharged her home. So I was providing breakfast, lunch and dinner for her. And other little bits and pieces, watering the plants. She wasn't able to stand anymore, so anything that required standing, watering the plants, pulling out some weeds that were choking the rose bush, getting the blanket from the shelf, batteries for clocks and smoke alarms and those sorts of things. So a doula is somebody who supports another person, and my personal care attendant background really supports me in doing that. Yeah. Great. So that's really great. I noticed that you also offer health education and training courses. Can you please tell us a bit about that? So the health education and training courses is the future I'm stepping into. So as I said, I used to teach first aid to the public. I love teaching. COVID-19 has sort of moved us away from the face-to-face now to the online teaching. So I'm looking at how I can evolve my teaching into that. I'm really interested in hormonal health, women and their hormonal health, men and their hormones, but men like to pretend they don't have hormones. So no, it's really women and their hormones is what I'll be looking at from puberty through to postmenopause. And I'm doing a lot of reading and a lot of online trainings and trying to find what's my voice in the world of health education and training for for women and hormones, so that girls starting in puberty and menarche can learn about how to manage their health and their hormonal cycles to the best of their health. Women who have got issues, be it fertility, be it endometriosis, fibroids, those sorts of things, from an Ayurvedic perspective we can help as well, right through to menopause and navigating the roller coaster ride of menopause. So what's for the future for the Health Exchange and the Women's Health Retreat Centre? So the future for the Health Exchange is grounding myself again as a clinician and concentrating on the services that I offer, because I've been so focused on all my other health professionals in the recent past. So what I can do as an Ayurvedic practitioner and as a massage therapist in a one-on-one consultation. So that's where I will start and ground myself, and over the next 12 months be looking at my training in health education, hoping to go online with that in a year's time. And popping in the doula work, there's lots of opportunities for the doula work that I can explore and see how I can support women and elders in reaching their health goals for whatever's going on for them. Is there anything else you would like to say before we finish off this 9-question interview? Oh, I feel like there's so much I can talk about and there's not enough time, but this has been a good start, a good whetting of the appetite. But, got some questions, you want to look at your health issues, give me a call. We'll see what we can do. As I say, if I can't help you, I might be able to point you in the direction of who can help you. Thank you, Sophia. It has been a pleasure spending time with you. If you would like further information about the Women's Health Retreat Centre here in Craigieburn, please visit the website www.thehealthexchange.com.au or call Sophia directly at the clinic. Until next time.